All right, y'all. So this is the area of composite figures. I put this up on Schoology, I believe. And let's go over it. So when I write, you write. Go ahead and put your name and the date. Today is the 2nd. Today is the 2nd. And at the end of class, you're going to wipe those calculators off with when you wipe off your desk and leave it on the desk. Yes, ma'am. You put up, you got your own. Okay. Composite figures. Remember the other day we learned that the word composite meant something that was made up of a lot of different parts, right? So in terms of composite figures, the figure is made up of triangles. That's what you want to write in that block. Squares and other two-dimensional figures. So a composite figure is made up of triangles, squares, rectangles. It could be parallelograms. It could be made up of, what's the other one? Trapezoids. What we just did. So that would be the area of, I have to stay out of there so the camera can focus right. So it's made out of triangles, squares, rectangles, and other two-dimensional figures. Okay, let's see if anybody's still writing. A composite figure is not a standard basic shape. So it won't be a square or a triangle or anything like that. It's going to be made up of more than one of those types of polygons, okay? So a composite shape is going to be made up of more than one of the polygons that we've just studied. Have a seat, Janaya, that we've just studied. And as we learned the other day, to find the area of a composite figure, you want to break it down you want to divide it into figures with areas you know how to find. So you want to divide it up, just like you did with the construction paper things I gave you. You all cut them up into figures that you knew how to find the area of, correct? And you got Skittles for it.
Yes, Skittles. That's what I remember.
I didn't get Skittles. Can I get my Skittles?
No.
Who?
You're right. He doesn't deserve Skittles.
You weren't here, were you?
No.
You didn't finish.
I'm so sorry you missed it, huh? I really gave them all away, literally. I'll have to get some more. I have some other kind of candy I can give you, but it's not Skittles.
What is it?
It's like Tootsie Roll stuff.
Just what?
Tootsie Rolls. Okay, I'm recording, y'all. Okay, so you're going to divide it into figures with areas you know, and then find the sum. That means you're going to add them up like we just did in the bell ringer. You're going to find the sum of the areas of those figures. Yes, ma'am.
Can you say the first question again?
Can I do what?
Say the first question again.
She said what?
Say the first question again.
Say the first who?
Question again.
Which one? This one here? Right here? A composite figure is not a standard basic shape. Is that what you're talking about? It's not a standard basic shape. Yes. And to find the area of a composite figure, divide it into figures with areas you know how to find. Yes, ma'am. Very top. The figure is made up of triangles, squares, rectangles, and other two-dimensional figures. That's what a composite figure is. So it's got to be at least two of the polygons we've studied. So you're just going to write triangles and 2. That's all you need to write. Here for number 1, you're going to put basic in that blank. Okay, now on number 4, we have 3 different types of figures here. And break them up. We're going to break them up into figures that we already know how to find the area of. So what would I break this one up into?
Polygon.
Well, all of them are polygons. These are polygons.
Well, I just guessed the shape.
You'll cut them up into rectangles.
Rectangles, thank you. So I can do this and do it that way. Or I can do this. Well, that's not a straight line. Ooh, I won't do that.
Does it have to be straight?
I don't know. I did 4 little rectangles. 4 figures.
She has to be perfect.
So you can break it up into as many. You can do this. Break them up into 5. That's up to you. It's just go with what you know. I would go with the smallest number because that reduces error. So I can do, if I was doing it, I would do this and this. But you do it however. Okay, this one, you don't want to cut it that way because that doesn't make sense. Well, that's a trapezoid, but who wants to deal with a trapezoid? Okay, so, Uriah.
Yes.
I need to move. I'm gonna move you out that back row because you're doing too much. Shh. I need you quiet. I may have to move you down to the end so you won't have anybody to talk to. Because Jordan ain't gonna talk to you. I am recording and you talking all through my video. Okay, so now you can break this up into rectangles. I can break it up here. Or I can break it up here. However you want to break it up, it's your rectangle. You do what you want to do. It's your composite figure. This one, we can cut up into what? Triangle and a trapezoid, right. So now that you've broken them up, let's write the formulas that we would use. So all of these are rectangles, so I would just use area equals base times height, correct? We good? Right here, same thing. Area equals base times height. This one, for the triangle, I would use area equals base times height divided by 2. And then for my trapezoid, you have to have my base, my height there, right there. So my area equals base 1 plus base 2 times the height divided by 2. If you can't read that, you should have those formulas on your folder. The second one, at base times height, it's right there. So do we have any questions so far? Jordan, you got yours filled out in case Peyton need to look at it. What questions do you have so far? And this is the first time we actually did the lesson, and then I introduced the lesson. So hopefully it's making more sense to you since you did it the other day with the construction paper. We might do another one. I'll try to think of something else more. Okay, I just stuck my mask in my eye. Okay. I'm gonna pause. I'm resuming the recording. All righty. So now, let's do some with some actual numbers in it. Okay? So I'm gonna do this one. And I'm gonna break it up into like this. You want to do as fewer figures as you can. So this is 25 and this side is 10. So area is base times height. Yes, okay. So the formula for a rectangle is base times height. Let me move my camera so you can see it. Okay. So the base is 10 millimeters and the height is 25. So that's 250 millimeters squared right there. Okay? This one is 15 and this part right here is 25. So the area is base 25 times 15. And I'm going to have to scrabble to the side, y'all. 25 times 15. 5 times 5 is 25. Area 2. 10, 125. 2, 5, 7,
375.
3.
375.
Okay. Huh?
It's 375.
Okay, 375. So area equals 375 millimeters squared. Now what's my last step? Add them together. So now we're going to add 250 plus 375. That's what composite is. Okay? You're putting two things together. So I'm going to add 375 plus 250, 625 millimeters squared. And if you have a bunch of scribble scrabble on your paper like I have up here, circle your answer so I can figure out what it is. If you do not understand what I did right here, you need to ask me now. So you saw how I broke it up? I could have broke it this way. I could have drawn a line that way. Mm-hmm. Yes. So you could have drawn a line any of those types of ways. What questions do you have at this point? See, everybody's writing it down. Wonderful. So your main thing is you want to decide how you're going to break it up, and then I probably need to be out of the camera, wiping my eyes. This one is already broken up for us. Y'all see that?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I'm excited about it. I don't know about you.
I'm not.
Okay, so what's my base times height here? 15 times 3. So those are both centimeters. So that's 45 centimeters squared. Okay. Now, can anybody figure out what the base of this triangle is? Because that's a triangle. Yes?
3 centimeters? No, 6 centimeters.
You said who?
6 centimeters?
What about this section right here? Okay, so this one is 3. Let me do a bright color. So this one is 3. And this one is 3. You said 9? Yeah. Shh. If you can hear me, clap once and give me your attention. Because I promise you somebody's going to ask me this question on something. And it's going to drive me crazy because I already explained it. Okay, so this is 3 and this one is 3. Now you got to figure out, let me change color. Let me change to green. Now you got to figure out how much is this one. Is there anything here that tells me how much the green one is? What? Do I need to what?
Record.
It's on record. Thank you. Uh-huh.
At the back of the rectangle, it's the same length at the back.
Right, because it's a rectangle, so this 3 centimeters, this is 3 centimeters. So my base of my triangle is actually 3, 3, and 3. So I add them together, and as Gabe said, it's 9. I don't know. I just heard Gabe. So the area of a triangle. Okay, as you all said, it was 9. Okay. So the area of a triangle is what? What's the area of a triangle? Base times height divided by 2. So we decided my base was what? 9 centimeters. And my height is, what's the height of my triangle? 5 centimeters divided by 2. So this is 45 divided by 2. Somebody do it for me on a calculator. 45 divided by 2. 22.5 centimeters squared. Okay, so now I'm going to add 45 plus 22.5. Remember that? Put my 0 out there. We're bringing in decimals. Yes. Yes. So we're going to bring in our decimals that we learned earlier. 5, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6. So 67.5 centimeters squared. Okay, whoever's doing that, Will, please stop. I know I do this kind of stuff too, but that is what I was looking dead at you. So you can't blame what's his name, Uriah.
What?
Wait,
Why are you saying my name?
I said he can't blame you. He was pointing at you like you did it.
He really was.
But I was looking dead at him. So it wasn't you.
Yeah, I do. I'm a fiddler. I like to do a lot of stuff.
I can't stay still.
You can't stay still.
Okay, everybody have this written down, or do I need to wait? If I need to wait, say wait.
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 Okay, I got it. All I need is one wait. I'll wait on one person.
She wasn't outside. I don't know where she went.
Huh?
She wasn't outside. I don't know where she went.
Who?
We had to go in and ask her.
Oh, okay.
I fill up mine after.
Yes, ma'am. Uriah asked first. What? You don't have a water bottle.
I do. It's in my backpack.
Okay, she got hers out. Go ahead and go.
She asked first.
All right, let's move on. Y'all are being recorded, so if I call your parents, they'll hear how many times I call your name because I'm going to send them the video. Y'all know I do that, right? Yeah. It's not fair for you to interrupt the class while I'm trying to teach. There are people in here trying to learn, and some of y'all are doing too much. So stop it now. And again, I'm recording. Okay. So let's go to the third page on your notes. Let's go down here, and then we'll do the practice problems last. We're going to write down these definitions. You need to pay attention. So, definitions. Definition of a composite figure. Figure is made up. Let me show you a trick about taking notes. Shh. Read, figure is made up, and write as much of that as you can remember instead of constantly looking up and down like that. Uh-huh. Yes. Uriah asked to go next. Do you have the bottle out yet?
No.
Okay, go ahead. I don't play, y'all. Yes? After him. Yeah.
No,
Okay.
no, it's me. It's me.
So you're going to read figure is made up, and then you're going to write that. Of triangles, squares, rectangles, and other two-dimensional figures. Y'all need to pull it in line for real. It's getting too close to Christmas for you to get negative phone calls home.
December.
Too close.
We are just.
I don't need you to repeat what I said. I'm very clear, Uriah. I'm very clear in what I say. I don't need anybody to repeat or emphasize what I say. Thank you. So the definition of composite, yes, sir.
Christmas, will we have holidays?
Do you have holidays?
On Christmas. No, all of them.
Yeah, we're out for 2 weeks. Okay, so the definition of a composite figure is that it is made up of triangles, squares, rectangles, and other two-dimensional figures. Facts and characteristics. To find the area, I'm going to give y'all time to write this, area of a composite figure. Find the area of the basic shapes and add them together. Whew. Okay, grading is writing notes. Janina is writing notes. Gabe is writing notes. Some of y'all know how to read a chunk and write it down. That's wonderful. That will serve you well because you know how we give guided notes and stuff in school.
No.
Y'all not think I didn't ask you. That was a rhetorical question. As you get in college and stuff, y'all not think about college right now, but in 6 years, some of y'all will be in college. They're not going to give you guided notes. Some professors just get up and talk, and you have to write what they say. So I like to help you practice good note taking. All right, and so this is an example of a composite figure. So I have a rectangle and a trapezoid. It almost looks like a square. That would be a composite figure because I can break it up right here and find the area of this and then the area of this. And if I wanted to go even further, I could do like that and do this in two triangles. So you could do however you wanted to do. Okay, and an example of something that's not a composite figure would be just like a regular rectangle or something. That's not a composite figure. It's a basic figure. It's basic.
Time's going by fast.
Yeah. No, yeah, have a conversation. Amazing.
If you can hear me, clap once. If you hear me, clap two. You're not writing a single thing down. You need to write this stuff down.
What are you gonna write? You're kidding.
You're right. May I speak to you outside for just a second? Come on.
My mind's wearing. So my mind has a red time. Oh my gosh. Somebody's gonna have it. It's a horror movie. It's like. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
No, I didn't even say ooh. I just heard y'all say
Always
oh.
keep it on. You never know. You never know what the juice
Alrighty, so now this is an example of a composite figure. This is an example of a basic figure, so that's not a composite. Okay, so let's review area right quick. So the definition of area is the number okay. The number of unit squares that can be contained. I'm going to say that are contained within a figure. Okay. Area is measured in square units. If you miss anything, I'm going to put this video up after class so you'll have it. Example would be like if I have a square and my sides are 3 centimeters, area is equal to 3 squared, which is 9 centimeters squared. So that's the inside. How much can you put inside? Now, and this is an example. This, well, it's supposed to be a square. Let me make it look more like a square. So that's 3 centimeters. Now, perimeter is 4 times the size. So it'd be 4 times 3. And it wouldn't be in square centimeters. It would be in just centimeters because that's like the distance you walk around. So that's a non-example. But here's an example. And again, if you miss writing something down, or you want to go back over it, you can play this video. Huh?
I said, or you can take a screenshot.
Yeah.
I'm going to screenshot. Take a picture.
Yes?
For the non-examples, could you put someone in that's completely on topic and technically not?
You say what?
He said, can you, for the non-examples, can you put something totally different because it's technically not?
Because it's technically what?
Totally like off track, not even.
That's perimeter.
Okay. Okay then.
I can do a rectangle. So this is 3, and this is 6. So the perimeter is 2 times 6 plus 2 times 3. So that's 12 plus 6, 18 centimeters. Those are non-examples.
Yep.
Perimeter is like how far you have to walk around something. Area is everything inside of it. Perimeter is the edges. Okay, let's go to the middle sheet. Okay.
Yeah. world? Turn the page.
1 minute.
I give you everything you need to be successful in this course. Whether or not you're successful depends on whether or not you write it down or keep up with it. And you're in the 6th grade now. You're not at your elementary school, so we expect a little bit more out of you, a little bit more maturity, a little bit more in keeping up with your things. Okay, I'm going to go ahead, and if you want to go back to this, you can. So let's look at some examples and work them out. Okay, so here's the first figure. What does it look like, y'all?
A rectangle or trapezoid?
Looks like a rectangle and a trapezoid. I agree. So let's do the rectangle first. Where's my highlighter? Drawing. I'm gonna do this yellow. So let's do this figure first, right here. Okay, so what's the area formula for this? What's the area formula? The formula. Y'all keep giving me numbers. What is the formula? Thank you. Okay, so right here we're going to do base times height. And the base is how much? 8. And the height is 3 inches. So this is 8 times 3, which is 24 inches squared. Okay, what is the formula for this part? The area of a trapezoid. This area right here. The formula.
Base 1
Base 1 plus
base 2
times height
divided by 2.
Thank you. So what is base 1? Right here. 8. Base 2 is 30. My height is 10. And all divided by 2. So this is 8 plus 30, which is 38, times 10, divided by 2, which is 380, divided by 2, which is 190. So the area, so this is 190. Somebody is talking, and you can't possibly listen if you're talking while I'm talking. Okay, so now we're going to add these together. 190 inches squared plus 24. And that's 214 inches squared. And again, if you scribble, scrabble, circle it so I won't have to look for it. It's 190. You should be able to put these in your calculator and figure out what I did. 8 plus 30, 38, times 10 is 380, divided by 2, 190 inches squared. Then you add them together. Now, number 2, you can make it really complicated or you can make it really simple. That's the really simple way. 2 trapezoids. So all you have to do is calculate the area of one because both of the heights are the same, right? And the bases are the same. So calculate the area of one of them and multiply by 2. Okay? So, I mean, you can make it complicated and put all these triangles and all that stuff, but that's just not even necessary. So we got the formula here. What is base 1? 14, well, it doesn't matter. 14 plus 22 times 8 divided by 2. And I put that in my calculator and I get 144 centimeters squared. I already worked this.
I got 102.
You got a who?
I got 102.
You got 102.
I got 144.
It should be 144.
Wait, I got 143.
Okay, it can't be 143 because it's all even numbers.
14 plus
22, hit equal.
22
Hit equal.
plus 36
Times 8
22 plus 14.
divided by 2.
times 8. Yeah, I got it. What else?
Okay, so now to get both of them, this is 144 centimeters squared. So we'll think. This one is a trapezoid with the same base and base 1 and base 2 and the same height. So it is also 144 centimeters squared. So I want to add those together. 288 centimeters squared.
Can we turn the heat up in the car?
I'm hot.
It's asking.
Y'all cold?
Yes, are freezing. How are you cold? I didn't bring it. Doing this
It is 75 degrees up here.
It feels so good. Don't turn it. Yeah. No, it feels so cold. Please. It's warm.
I'm gonna turn the fan down and put it on this way.
You will never experience my pain of
Yes, I have.
cold all the time. I took my fingers for baseball. And there was no medical. So how? I've never.
Okay, now, what is this one? What is this one here? Right here? It's a triangle and a
Square.
is it a square?
It's a rectangle.
Or all it's a rectangle. If you can hear me, clap once. If you can hear me, clap 2 times. If you're not saying rectangle, square, or triangle, I need you to be quiet. Okay, I need you to be quiet though. Okay, so now this rectangle, what's the base and height? Base is 10 times 8, so this is 80 inches squared. Now what about the area of a triangle? Base times height divided by 2. So that's my height. I already got my height. What's my base? 8. So area equals 8 times 4 divided by 2. And 32 divided by 2 is 16 inches squared. So that's 16 inches squared. So I'm going to add those together. 80 plus 16 is 96 inches squared. Now I'm going to circle it so the teacher can easily grade it. Now this, ignore that dotted line, break it up into 2 rectangles. Because that makes life simpler. The more complicated you make it, the more likely you are to mess up. Okay, so this one is 20 times 10. Y'all see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's base times height, which is 20 times 10, which is 200 meters squared. This is also a rectangle, 16 times 5, or 5 times 16, and that's 80 meters squared. And then I add those together. 80 plus 200 is 280 meters squared. Any questions? I thought I had printed my. I did print. Okay, we got 8 minutes. It's time enough for you to do your exit ticket.